I decided to make a video talking about my favorite drugstore products that I've been really enjoying. I'm a professional makeup artist in New York City, but just like anybody else, I love a product that's affordable. I always felt beauty should be inclusive, and I love to experiment with all kinds of products in all different price ranges and try different things. But if I go to my local CVS, I'm very tempted to try something new that looks like a promising formula or color. And I have, let's see, 4 brands here. 1, 2, 3, 4 brands. And I picked a bunch of products from each brand that I'm gonna talk about and tell you why I've been enjoying them. So let's get started. The first brand would be NYX, and I started with this one. This is a loose setting powder for under the eyes, and they come in different colors, and I picked, I believe this one is called Cherry. It's Cheeky Cherry, and these are designed to be used under the eyes. Like, because it's a loose powder, I just keep this one at home. I do have makeup on and powder, so you probably won't be able to tell much of a difference, but I've been really liking it. And just a bit of a disclaimer, I am a professional makeup artist, but I also am somebody who really loves products with clean ingredients. And now I know the term clean ingredients could mean a lot of things, and I will probably in the future make a video because I have very strong opinions on that. There's a lot of pros and cons and the meaning, what it actually stands for these days. But the whole point is that this particular product actually had quite clean ingredients. And I really like that because I know it's probably a dupe of, I think there are several other products on the market. Several other brands make products that are similar to this one. I have tried one by Kosas and I didn't quite like it. I felt like it had a lot more shimmer particles than this one, as far as I remember. I just felt that it was, yeah, this one is completely flat. And anyways, it's a clean powder. I think clean powders are generally easier to find, which is great. But this is one of them and I quite like it. Now, the next product, and I have 2 of these in 2 different colors, are the Smushy Matte Lip Balms, also from NYX. Now, these have actually quite decent ingredients as well. So if you like this kind of like feathery matte lip that's been really popular and different brands make them, this gives you a very similar effect. This color is called Squeeze and Sizzle. Now, I think as far as I remember, it's described as a cherry cola, or something cherry red. I don't remember. But either way, it reads really berry on me. And I love it. I love berries. I have olive undertones, so berries are great. But I love the formula of these. I find them to be very comfortable on the lip. They're hydrating, but not like a lip balm that's like goopy or sticky or too thick. It's nothing like that. It's, again, really matte. And I put just a little bit of this, and this is not what I'm wearing, but I just use these with a little bit lip liner, and I think it's just a really great product. The other color is more of like a strawberry kind of color, but they do come in different shades, and each color has their own scent and like fragrance, etc. But the ingredients are actually quite clean. Now, the next product, we're sticking with NYX. NYX has a lot of good products. The Bare With Me Serum Concealer is something that I have tried a few years ago. I'm mostly using the Kosas concealer in my everyday use because I find the ingredients are really clean, and I found a color because I use it mostly underneath the eyes, and the Kosas Serum Concealer is my holy grail. I know for a lot of people it doesn't have enough coverage. To me, it's enough because I'm over 40 and I don't want anything that is going to accentuate dryness and texture, etc. So anyways, I love the Kosas concealer, but this is amazing. So first of all, I love the packaging. I will take a pump over that kind of doe foot applicator or wand or anything like that any day. I think this is great. I also love that you could really control the pump. So a lot of times pumps, you just press one time, and a lot of product is comes out. These are actually quite they're actually quite delicate. Like when you press gently, you get very little product, so it's great. I have almost used it as a foundation where I covered larger areas of my face, and it's amazing. The formula is just beautiful. It looks like skin. I wish there was a bit bigger of a color range, but I have this one is beige. I think it's beige, and it's a pretty good match for me. It's beige. Yeah, it's beige. Anyways, NYX Serum Concealer, amazing. And one honorary mention, just because they're kind of new to me, I have a TikTok that I recently started. I've been a makeup artist for a long time, but recently started to post a bit more on TikTok. And somebody said in the comments that I should try these, and I was very happy. They kind of reminded me, so they're the Lip IV Hydrating Gloss Serum. So it's supposed to be a lip stain, I think. I don't find them too staining so far. That's why I don't want to speak too soon, because I can't say I've tried or worn them long enough, but my first impression is really good. I do like a hydrating lip, and they do seem to have a bit more of a staying power than a lip gloss, and of course they have more pigment, but they reminded me a little bit of the Violette lip stains, which I love in terms of performance. I use it for work and have used it for like big events or my clients, but I wish it was a little bit cleaner in terms of ingredients. The colors, the Violette colors are great. These two colors, that's another thing. The colors that I really wanted to try were not in stock. So I picked two that looked like a pink and a berry, but we'll see. But so far the texture I like, and I think that the Violette one has a lot more staying power than these. Violette actually instantly, if you swatch it, if you ever see like on your hand and you swatch the color, their lip stain, and you wipe it off, it instantly leaves a mark on your hand. But that's why you don't probably have as clean of an ingredient, because obviously if something has to perform, certain things need to happen. So I'm not trying to bash any brand. I'm not even trying to tell anybody what's better than the other in terms of whether you should use clean or not. Again, I'll address this maybe in a future video. But just from a performance perspective, I think I like the Violette better, but these are still quite decent. Now let's switch brands. The next brand is, and I love this one so much, this is probably my favorite drugstore brand, and this would be CoverGirl. And I've spoken about these in length on my different channel, and these are the baked blushes. I have all of them because I love them so much, and I got them for personal use, but I also will get more colors because I just enjoy them so much and I wouldn't be able to have them in my makeup kit. But my favorite shades probably are, I actually really like all of them, but I do love Please Please Pink, which is a beautiful pink. I adore this shade. They have a little bit of a pearlescence in them. They are made in Italy. So this is what I think in Italy. I've noticed a lot of powders, high quality brand powders, everything. A lot of them come from Italy. So I think that this comes from a really good factory. Either way, it's a great product. It's a decent price point. If you get them at CVS, you can get all kinds of coupons nowadays for this, so you can get them for quite a good deal. And they're, I feel, very aligned and in terms of quality and performance with some high-end brands. And they also have this color, which is beautiful if you have darker skin. this is a really nice one. The only thing with them is they are very pigmented. So I love to use, I have this fluffy brush. Any fluffy brush just seems to be working the best. This is the Nikki La Rose N20. It's a synthetic brush, and it's amazing because it doesn't pick up too much product. So I find with a lot of other brushes that are super soft and fluffy, it tends to be really pigmented, but the best application I get with this one. But yeah, so this I also got from CoverGirl. The finishing powder, I wanted a pressed powder. I have a lot of powders, but for travel, etc., I wanted a pressed powder. This one is really great. I'm not the biggest powder person, to be honest, because I have dry skin. I'm over 40, and even in my work, I like skin to not be too powdered. But of course, there's a time and place if it's used strategically in specific parts of the face. And also, of course, it's summer, so it comes in handy. So this is a really nice one. This is in the shade Sugar Cookie, and it is quite a good match for my skin, but also it's not, I mean, it's a little bit lighter, which is completely fine. But when you blend it in, it's good. And I try not to tan, so hopefully this color will be good for me. The next is still CoverGirl, and we have the Eye Enhancer eyeshadow palette. Now these, I picked up a few of them. This is the blue one. I like these a lot. Now, if you're gonna compare with certain other eyeshadows, with certain other brands, they might have a lot stronger of a pigment, but this is still good enough for me, and I like this color combination. There's a darker shade, which is actually quite pigmented, but again, what I like about these is that the ingredients are actually what you could consider quite clean, and that for me, I have some of the more natural shades for everyday use, and I like to use them with this little spongy applicator because when I'm traveling or whatever. But the whole point is it the best eyeshadow formula that's ever been made? Probably not, but it's pretty good and it's pretty clean. So if you are, like I said earlier, I think that beauty should be accessible to all kinds of people and to all kinds of budgets. And I find that if I wanted to buy something a bit more on the cleaner side and avoid certain ingredients, this one's pretty good. I have a few of these and I quite like them. Now, the next product from CoverGirl is probably my favorite, and it's this one. It's called Sun and Sculpt Bronzing Glow Serum. Now, this one is amazing. I mean, I have the shade Light Clair number 20. This is the only one I picked up, and I just got them recently. They have this type of applicator, so it's a pump, and then on the other side it has a wand like this, which I don't really like. Like I said, I prefer a pump. For some reason, I just think they're more hygienic. But either way, this product is amazing. And I'm not somebody who likes bronzer necessarily. I use it for a little sculpting around my nose and just to warm up just a little bit. And it's amazing. I mean, it's really a wonderful formula, and it's also, again, quite clean. So this is probably, out of all of these with the blushes from CoverGirl, this is probably my favorite. And I will, I think, add more shades just to use actually at work, because I do like the packaging too. So CoverGirl Sun and Sculpt Bronzing Glow Serum probably, yeah, is the winner out of these, but we're not done yet. So then I have a little bonus, and these are eyeshadow palettes, and it's these guys from Wet n Wild, and I have these two. You could see this one has been used a little bit more just because the shades are more neutral, and for everyday this is really great. I use the taupe probably the most. Can't go wrong. I mean, I feel like every eyeshadow should have, like, every like palette that's versatile should have a black or really dark brown that are matte, and then this one also has a burgundy and like this wine color, and then it has like a bunch of like champagne and peachy shimmery tones, and then this kind of, I wish this wasn't so yellow, but it doesn't matter. The whole point is this palette is amazing, and so is this. They're not particularly, I think they're not like exceptionally clean or anything. So is this one. I personally don't use these very much just because this particular color range is not the best for me. But if I had blue eyes or, you know, anything like me, maybe even like hazel, this is such a gorgeous palette. And I think the colors are so fun. The pigments are quite decent. This one is called, what is this called? This one is Heart and Soul, like S-O-L, Heart and Soul. And this is the neutral one, which is called Nude Awakening. So yeah, these are my favorite drugstore products. Again, there are so many, but I find that a lot of drugstore products get discontinued all the time, but these are all quite recent. I know they're still in stores. So if you're looking for some really affordable, well-performing, or even clean drugstore products, I think these are some really good options. And yeah, hopefully this was helpful, and thanks for watching. Bye.